May the 2nd. May the 2nd, and I've got my garden stuff all been planted already. It's been about 3 days now, 4 days. I got carrot seed for carrots in both pots. I got at least one celery in each. I've got my hydroponics, I could say, for the lettuce. We've got some already up. And there's more coming up. There's another one there. I don't have the aerator on right now. Temperatures out are very cold, but I've got all my stuff set up here in the box to aerate. I'll also circulate air in the greenhouse, but they aerate this here container and the water reservoir for what I have in the greenhouse. And yeah, I better get it on. It's starting to get scummy, but I've got tea bags, basically bags in their mesh bags. So yeah, I gotta turn that aerator back on. Matter of fact, I'd do that right now. Stop that stuff from getting all crappy, scummy stuff on the top. I'll just plug it in there. Should be on. Yeah, there we go. So that's now bubbling. Yeah, there we go. It's bubbling. It's just not bubbling in the right spot here. There we go. Alright, I got that going. And so I've got my turnips, my purple top white globe turnips. You see they're already up. I got my beets. You see a lot of them are already up as well. All through up in here, scattered. Got my tomato racks or holders there, all set up for the tomatoes, which I've got under the lights inside in the house. Got all my strawberries that I had on the other side of the shed there. I've now placed them in this spot, and I've got the ones I bought last year, and they're spreading out all over the place. They're starting to come out here now. What I was doing is swirling the shoots around so they would all be in cluster, right? And then all of a sudden we start get some of them start shooting out. And then we got the blueberries. We got lots of flowers, and I'm gonna have lots of blueberries on both plants. A lot more than I did for the last few years. I actually only had maybe one blueberry on one of the limbs or whatever, but now it seems to be growing more limbs, and I get more strawberries now, so we'll get plenty of those this year, and probably from this year and on. So I've got my grounds all worked up and all ready for the garden to be put in. I've already planted lots of stuff in here already. I got a row planted in here where all those stakes are. There's rows. I got my celery there. I got my strawberries. I've got one broccoli, which basically volunteered itself and growing, and I already got a head on it. So I planted it there. It came up somewhere in the yard over there, so I don't know how it got there. Some seed got dispersed from somewhere else. So I got my cauliflower all up along here. I've got my romaine lettuce down over under the glass here. Got another rack here for tomatoes. Got two more racks here for tomatoes. And then I'll have my squash all up along the fence on these here. And I've got carrots along over there on the other side of that marker. And from that marker over this way, I've got lettuce. I believe it's head lettuce. Yeah, head lettuce. Then I got my rhubarb. Last year, I believe they only had 2 shoots on it, but now it's got like 3, so it's starting to expand. That was the main one right there, and then that one came out. Now that one's out, and this year I'll probably have one more by the end of the season. I've got my blackberry I bought last mid-summer. It seems to be doing fine, coming up. And it's got another new shoot coming out of the ground here. There's the old one from last year, the black raspberries. So I'll let them vine across that trellis. And I'll put 2 tomatoes in here. So I'm going to probably have over on this side, I'll have my heirloom brandy wine beefsteak tomatoes. And then over here, I will have my regular heirloom beefsteak tomatoes in those racks. I've got the potatoes and 1 celery in here. I don't see anything coming up yet on the potatoes, but yet there is 1 potato in one of the pots inside the greenhouse. And oh, yeah, so we're just gonna go take a quick look. Chives are doing really well, starting to go into flower. Plenty of chives. I cleaned out some, kind of selling off some, so I've got plenty of room for that to expand again. And we've got in here, and in the house is the garden stuff that I started. Oh, my North American chestnut's doing good. It kind of burnt up the leaves just last year and that, but anyways, they seem to be doing good. Seems to be healthy this year. So I've got scallions, I've got bok choy, I got popping corn, I've got 2 pumpkin. I just wanted only 2. And honeydew melons haven't come up, so I don't know what's going on there. Same as here, cucumber and cantaloupe. But I've got acorn squash in the back rows, plenty of them. And then I've got down here is, I had planted the golden wax beans in here, which I had to replant some. I put into down there because they didn't come up for the seeds. And then I've got some green beans. And then I've got 1 scarlet runner. I believe that's it right there, the scarlet runner. And then the peas didn't come up, so I knew some more sugar daddy peas in here. And the pots that didn't anything come up, I've got some passion flower clippings. So that's a different color. That's the same as these ones, and then these ones here, oh wait a minute, no, yeah, these ones here are a different color, these 3. And then I guess that's so I've got purple and blue of the passion flowers starting. And then we've got some celery, plenty of celery, and some heirloom beefsteak, regular, here. And then got some red onions in here. I guess some of them died off, but some of the celery will be sold off. And these tomatoes here. And back down here we've got, it's either that's cucumber or that's it's either one of 3, cantaloupe, cucumber, or honeydew melon. So we'll find out when those get a little bit older. And we're just going to go inside, so I'll pause this for a second and we'll show the rest of the garden that's got to go in. Alright, so here's the other part of the garden. As soon as the doors, I can't wait to get them out. But got some green peppers, 3 plants of that. I got 3 acorn squash, 1 here and 2 over here. They've already been flowering. I got the regular heirloom beefsteak tomatoes in here, and the brandy wine heirloom. I'm pretty sure this one here and a couple of them, these big tall ones, those ones, they really get huge. These plants, tomatoes, will get at least 6 feet in height. And then I've got cauliflower, but I've planted indoors, which I've also got planted outdoors, seed. And then we've got up there, we've got dragon fruit, which I have also planted. And I've got 1 watermelon. Okay, so there's the dragon fruits. Feeling good. I already got those little spurs on them. And some bumps on some of them. It'll take a little while for them to grow, but yeah, eventually I'll have some dragon fruit.